good at all. So I will information up for people, an address of where they can send a note to, and just be honest with it. Be honest with it. Don't make up stuff. He's in enough trouble already, but to have impact statements that don't have to do with what he is being held for now, but just to give the district attorney an idea of who he really is. If they see just what he's done to people, on this app, that may change their tune about, lowering time that he has to serve, or possibly getting some type of a bond or something like that. That could be the change. That could be a difference. That could be a difference maker. Somebody requested here. Let me see.
Here.
Absolutely. And the thing is, only in about the past few days has he seemed to have changed. And you know what? That doesn't count. And
he's done that before. Remember, he's done that for a couple of weeks. He'll go positive and make a couple of happy posts.
Remember, it was like later. September, right? Remember September? He started doing all of his chat EBT lives where he talked about mental health, and he talked about the definition of friends, and how to lower your stress and anxiety, and all that bullshit. And we were all like, yeah, this is a pile of crap. He's just doing this because I remember something happened. I don't know if it came out about the list he made of all the people's relatives he wanted, names of and all that. But so he went into this, practically he's a saint, had the lives. And if I'm not mistaken, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, then he brought Jen up into a live and was like, oh, Jen I'm going to give Jen my platform to tell her story because this and that. And then it was the big old, poor Jen being a victim. And he's going to stick up for her and this and that. And, that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's how kind of things transpired from there. But not this time. There's not going to be any social media for him. He's gone. Somebody made a good point today. I think it was Scam that made the point. He doesn't have access to his TikTok anymore. He doesn't have access to his YouTube anymore. Everybody report the shit out of everything he has. Report it. It's time to wipe him off social media completely. GoFundMe's already been contacted by somebody, sent the information. They were sent information before saying this guy's a felon on the run. He has an open warrant. This GoFundMe, he's doxing people, this, that, and the other thing. And they were notified again today saying, see, I fucking told you, this guy's now, in custody, and take this bullshit down. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hold on, I'm gonna flip my camera because I gotta zhuzh the fire. I gotta zhuzh. Amanda K, if you're listening, I know you like when I zhuzh my fire, so I'm gonna zhuzh it for you. Breeze, while I walk away from this, do you have anything you want to add about today's events?
I'm just so happy for everyone. And you, I know you and your family are probably so relieved because I know it's such a stress on you here lately, and everybody, everybody he's done this shit to, Scam and 13 and everybody. And it's just like, everyone can finally take a breath and just, people cannot be scared to post or comment or, and I think the views are up in this live, and I think part of it's because there were people who were afraid to go into lives because they didn't want to become a target.
Exactly.
And so I'm happy that people feel a lot more comfortable to just, people may be on camera more now, or who knows. It's just, it's a good day for everybody.
I noticed, you nailed it, because, I noticed over time I would make videos, and I'd make videos on this person and there'd be a lot of comments or there'd be a lot of likes. And then I'd make a video on Florida Man. It would be like crickets. Nobody would say anything. And, I'm like, oh, I know that's going to happen because nobody wants to, be on that list. But let's talk about lists, because, I love making lists and checking them twice, right? I do. Let me go back a little bit. It was, I think, a week ago and a little back is when Florida Man started posting really disgusting and vile videos about me. Again, absolutely false, disgusting allegations. Just gross. Just gross. Making a lot of disgusting songs. Snark, I got you too, girl. I'll talk about you in a minute. I got woken up last week. I think it was Tuesday morning, so I don't even remember. It's just, everything's a fog. By my brother. Because when he went on YouTube in the morning, all of a sudden this video popped up that he made, which was vile enough, okay, regarding the video, but he included pictures of my deceased parents in it. And he referred to them in there. And thanks, Messy. And I got an earful, and I'm explaining, via text message to my brothers that the only thing that I have done to this guy is I've put out the truth about this guy. He has been making disgusting allegations about me for about a year. And he did. He called my brother on live. So, as you can imagine, they were very pissed off. Okay, which is why I had to make a quick retreat, because gone are the days where you could make a video about somebody, and then they'd make a video about you, and then you'd make a video about them, and it was all banter back and forth. It wasn't false allegations. It might be something like some type of shot at their hair or something like that. Okay, but somewhere along the way, things changed on this app, and it went to going real life, calling family members, making disgusting allegations, and it all changed, and when it starts affecting family members, and Tiff, I got you too, girl. I'll talk about that in a minute too. You need to take a step back, because now it's not about just you and somebody else. in a disagreement, when it starts bringing in your family members that have absolutely nothing to do with this. So, I had some conversations with my brothers, and I showed them the stuff that he has done, that Florida Man has done and said and put out there. They had more of an understanding of what was going on. They thought that I was posting disgusting things about him and stalking him and all this. I'm like, that's farthest from the truth. So, for them, it came more about then, okay, well, let's take this guy down. I'm going to report all of his YouTube videos and all that stuff. So, that's what it was. And I told my brothers, I told them flat out, I'm going to stay off of TikTok. I'm not going live until he is incarcerated, because I don't want to put my brothers, who I love dearly, at risk. I don't want to set them in an emotional way, because, it's still very, when you lose your parents, when your parents are gone, it leaves a big hole inside you. And to see a video of your parents where the person that's using it is not in a good way, but it's in a negative way, it's not good. It's not good. So I'm glad that we have reached this day. If I can tell you guys everything that so many of us, I hear you, breast cancer, it's tough, that the things that have been going on behind the scenes with trying to get leads on Mike, the hours, the messages back and forth. Thank you, Crafty. The phone calls, the Discord calls, the screenshots, all of that stuff. It's been a lot, It's been a lot. I can't tell you
It's
how
hard
many.
to explain to family who aren't on this app,
Right.
what's going on. It's hard to explain that to them, because
Exactly.
it's online stuff, and they look at it and they're like, oh, it's just online stuff. That's silly. But they don't realize the, family, if they're not in social media and don't go live, they don't really get the severity of it.
Exactly. And that's what I tried to explain, and they didn't get it. I'm like, I told them, I said, I've been online, only 3 times in the past 3 weeks. I said, I haven't talked about him. I haven't mentioned him, and he's making these videos, but whatever. I mean, listen, that's done now, it's a very good day for a lot of people. It's a good day for Andy from Swamp Collectibles. He finally, when he got the news today, you can imagine how happy he was, how excited, how relieved, everything. He's going through all the emotions. It's a good day for anybody that has been a victim of Mike and his videos and his harassment. And I heard today that Snark was flexing and saying that she's going to pretty much step in where Florida Man left off. The only thing I have to say for that is this. There's a big difference between Florida Man and Snark. And the big difference is nobody knew where Florida Man was. Everybody knows where Snark is. When I spoke to the police a while back about Mike and the way, the fact that he called DCF on me falsely. I gave them all the information, so they're aware of everything that he's been doing. But again, you know, their thing was, what are we supposed, you know, there's nothing we can do if we don't have an actual address, you know, we can't do anything. So that's where it comes in now, that it's really important that people like me and other people push this through and get some type of correspondence to Alachua. I'm going to wazhuj. I'm going to wazhuj, MJ, right now. I'm going to wazhuj, okay? And this one goes out to you. I'm going to wazhuj. Excuse me.
And, you know, just if you weren't a direct victim of his, that doesn't make you any less, you know, he victimized more people than just the people he was attacking, because, you know, his videos triggered a lot of people. The content of them was very triggering for a lot of people, and it put people in fear of, you know, going into lives or making videos of their own. So you didn't have to be a direct victim of his to still be victimized by him. So just remember that.
And you know, as I said, you can be somebody who is an onlooker that is, you know, that watched him do this stuff. You know, you could see what he's done to people on here. Getting back to my friend Snark out there, Pam, in Pennsylvania, keep playing that song. Just do it. Keep doing it. Because there are some people I have in my sights right now. I have seen screenshots on videos of people laughing at what Mike has done to me and to other people. I have seen screenshots of people in his live, in his chat, sending gifts to him and making snide remarks. I've seen it all. I've seen, and this is the truth. In fact, let me see if I can find it so I can show you the screenshot.
It's just the same, MJ. And you know, the way I see it, anyone who would play that song in any version
it's disgusting.
of it or
it's
laugh
disgusting.
at it, you are minimizing actual child SA victims. You are, I mean, just like false SA allegations hurt actual victims and victims that want to come forward, false child SA allegations do the same thing. You're minimizing that crime that happens to millions of children every year, and it's disgusting. And past victims of it, you're minimizing their trauma and using it for entertainment or for, you know, an attack on someone. And it's disgusting. And I'm sorry to any victim of that has to hear that.
The thing that is so, like, absolutely ridiculous, too, which shows you that his quote-unquote friends cannot think for themselves, is the allegations that he has said about me forever now. Okay, saying that I lost my job because of something that I did to a child. Don't you think there would be a newspaper article or a arrest record or a story in a newspaper or something? But these idiots listen to the music and listen to the allegations, and they're laughing at it. They're laughing at a false allegation of something disgusting. When, as you said, Breezy, there are people that has happened to. And it's almost as if you're making fun of those people when you laugh.
Yep. And some of them, have said they're victims of it themselves.
Hold on a minute. Dora, you need to get your ass up here for a minute. Guys, we have a slight intermission coming. Dora, you need to get your ass up here because we need to have a conversation. We have to talk about all the things. Hold on. I don't have a box. They took your box. Listen, girl. You and I are going to have to come back together for one special night. And we need to talk about our boy, Thomas. What do you say? What do you say, Dora? Dora, you up for a... Okay, good. I'll hit you on the back end, okay? We'll get together and we'll put together a live now that I'm back, and we can go down memory lane. Do you remember the times of our lives? Yeah, I know you guys have been trying to find what's going on. Yeah. You're Danny McNabb and you rescue dogs? That's awesome.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm really proud of you because I know they've been trying to come at you even when you've had nothing to do with this side of the app in a long time. But you have stood fast and you have ignored it and you have kept doing what you're doing, and that's awesome. And I hope you keep doing that.
And you know what the best part is? This is, you love sitting by and watching stuff. When people try so hard to take you down, to take somebody down, and you watch the person that they're trying to take down just thrive. and here's Dora, and I've had this conversation with so many people. You have Dora, who gets like 1,000 people in her lives.
She's killing it over there. She's doing great.
1,000 people in her lives. And these people are sitting over there saying, Dora stole money from somebody. I don't have any proof, but she stole money from somebody. Well, they have like 34 people in there. And there's Dora being like, bitch, bye. That is the best clap back without ever saying anything. That is the best. So, are you stealing everybody's money? I knew it. But Dora, I will reach out to you. I'll text you tomorrow and we'll put something together because I think Thomas misses us. Okay, girl?
Get on the backup account.
I give like 0 fucks. So, I've, getting back to our regularly scheduled, are you okay? Funny as hell. I was, where are we? A month and a half ago or so, I was sent a cease and desist by Texas TIF. Based on what I don't know, but she sent it to me. And I didn't make any more videos about her. I didn't mention her name. You know, I sat back and let her do her thing. You know, I wasn't really interested anymore in anything that had to do with her. Okay. And I've watched and I've gotten screenshots of videos that she's made where, hey, Elf on the microwave, whoop, whoop, where she has indirectly referred to me, indirectly commented about me, and I have all that. I have screenshots of her in people's lives that people sent me where she's talking about me in a negative way. And one of the nice things about when you take a step back from TikTok, it gives you a lot of time to do other things. It gives you time to put information together, to put screenshots together, And it gives you time to do a lot of research on lots of topics. Lots of topics. Like, for instance, do you know that my biggest fear right now, and it's, completely ridiculous, is that there's going to be an EMP attack and we're not going to have any electronics that run anymore. My Bronco will no longer work. No TVs, no phones, no computers, like an EMP attack. Like, I've been doing such a deep dive into this shit. Like, I'm about ready to buy something for my vehicle. So if we do have an EMP attack, my car will be safe. Now, which is stupid, because if we have an EMP attack, there's not going to be any gas pumps at work. But that doesn't make sense to me. So these are the things that I've been taking time with over the past many, many weeks. I have convinced myself, based on the videos that I've seen, that I am indeed capable of buying a boat, okay? And nothing big, like 18 foot, 20 foot. After all the videos I've seen, I am capable now of buying a used boat. I am able to replace the floor on it. I am able to seal it with fiberglass, repaint it, and I can also fix a boat motor. Okay? This is all the research I've been doing. I can do these things. I can also start a car from any time from 1980s back that has nothing electronic in it, and it is based solely on nothing electrical, just your regular ass carburetor, pistons, the whole thing. I can do that now because I have watched so many YouTube videos. But I've also done some other research. And the research that I've done is research that there are going to be some people that are not very happy about it. It's funny because, the people that have made comments like that one I just showed, let's talk about what they don't have. Families. They don't have a significant other, partner that loves them. No brothers and sisters that they worry about and that worry about them. That's the difference. And the people that make videos, oh, Dora, you have. The people that make videos like that could never understand what it's like when you get a text message from your brother at 5:30 in the morning regarding a video about your parents. So, more to come on that. Getting back to Snark. Listen, I haven't talked about you for a long time. All I could say is just be very careful. Be very careful what you do. When you are pushing a false narrative, you're pushing defamatory information. That is criminal. and you want to keep doing that, and you want to take up for where Florida Man left off, go for it. Because again, there's we know where you live, and it's a quick call if you're going to continue the bullshit. I know that your police department knows who you are. I know that they know the shit that you're doing on this app. Just don't do it. Just stop. Because really, I don't want to go. I'm done with this bullshit. You know, I've said it already. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of dealing with shitty people that I wouldn't give a second look at if I walked by them on a sidewalk. You know? I would not be friendly with them in real life. I don't want to be associated with them. But if I have to, I will. And I guarantee you when that happens, I will come out on top. I can tell you there's other things going on in the background right now that I have been working on and a couple other people have been working on. And that's going to come to fruition in a week or two. I have to kind of juggle a couple things and align schedules with some people. But that's you know, something else that's going to happen. I can also tell you that I am going to be pushing, along with a couple other people on this app, going to be pushing people to contact their representatives for their state regarding enacting some types of laws that has to do with social media harassment and bullying and stalking. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from police when, you know, in Connecticut, when they say, well, you know, Connecticut doesn't really have any laws, you know, unless it's egregious regarding social media and social media threats. I'm tired of it. But let me tell you that I know firsthand a state like Massachusetts does. Massachusetts has a very specific law that is under the harassment and stalking. Let me see if I have the number here.
Especially after what happened to that young girl not long ago. I mean,
yes,
I know they're
yes.
investigating that, but you would think they would start to really crack down on that.
Yes, Massachusetts has a law where harassing, defaming somebody on social media is actually punishable with a fine, and it is you can spend up to a year in prison for your first offense. Now, in Massachusetts, there has to be 3 incidences of it happening. And after that, if it continues to happen subsequently, you could be in prison for up to 10 years. The other good thing about Massachusetts is that you can also, besides press charges against somebody, you can also hit the person with, you know, with charges, with a penalty for money for pain and suffering. You can hit them with fines for emotional distress, time spent going to court, going to police, all that stuff. Personally, I think the law like that, a law like Massachusetts, has is something that every state needs to take a look at, because there has to be protection for people. When you think about, like, I think about how stupid this is, okay? You have people on this app that are everyday people that have done nothing, that have been attacked by somebody like Michael Kinney. And it gets to a point where, in order for it to stop, the person not doing anything illegal, the person's that's not lying about him, the person that is not making gross, disgusting videos, that's the person that has to get off the app. And the person that is a scum-sucking pig stays on the app. That's wrong. And the law, like the Massachusetts law, absolutely levels the playing field. And, you know, that's something that myself and a couple other people are going to put together, I would say probably in a month or a month and a half. We're going to do a live on that law. And I'm going to do some research and see if, you know, I want to dig a little deeper to see who is responsible for, you know, drafting that law into the legislature in Massachusetts and passing it. I kind of hope that I can reach out to them and see if they can join me in a live and, you know, tell me why, you know, give us the background of why it was important for them to get that out there. But, you know, we're going to be doing that in the future. The other thing, and I'm going to put the name out there, Farrell Tracy and I were talking earlier, and she made a comment about, you know, I would like to find out who the police officers were that were involved in incarcerating and arresting Mike. And I would like to send them something. And I said to her, you know what? That is a fantastic idea. There's so many times where police officers don't get a thank you or a nice job or we appreciate what you're doing. And, you know, it was a good point. It was a good point that she made. And what I would like to do, and I hope that there's people that restream this part of my live, people in here reach out to people that you know that have been affected by Mike. What I would like to do is, I mean, I was going to pay $3,000 to somebody anyways for a, you know, part of the money for any information on where Mike is. But rather than doing that, since it looks like it was more of an organic way he was arrested, I am going to work with Tracy, and we are going to research the officers that were involved, what shift was it, this and that, and what we're going to do is we are going to send them a catered lunch or dinner, depending on what shift they work. And I would like to include a thank you note with all of the people's names that have been affected by Mike. All the people that he's made videos of, all the people that he's lied about, all the people that he has defamed, all the people that he's slandered. I would like to send those police officers a card thanking them for doing something that we had hoped would have happened much sooner, but it did not. And just show our appreciation and just show the amount of people that they don't even know that they've changed their lives in a very positive way. So anybody that has been a victim of his, if you want to reach out to me, via message on TikTok or send me an email. And I'll just use your TikTok screen name, or if you want your real name and a message that you want me to put on the card, I can write that out for you. But, I do think that, these people that, the men and women in blue that were a part of this, they need to find out just how happy we are and happy relieved they are that they were doing a job and they saw something and they did what they did, and it's over now. It's over, which is fantastic. I have some requests here. Tam
said she wanted to say something.
Fred Flintstone, did you guys all want to come up, or was that a mistake?
I think Tam did.
Yeah,
she wanted to say something.
Hey, Tam.
Hey, hon. Listen, that time when he was hot and heavy on you, I went over there in his box and said something to him.
Yeah.
He never did come after me. He was never made videos or nothing.
I know.
I know. And I think he respected me because he always told people that I was a good person. I always had a good heart and I always did good things. But that day I tried to get him to go and turn himself in, and stuff. But that's all I wanted to say, though.
Tam, I have to say to you, thank you so much for reaching out to me.
You're welcome, honey.
During this time. I mean, I
know I didn't want to bother you because I know it was but I went to Tracy. But I did send you an email, but I do have a big heart. I worry about people. I do. I really do. And Trisha D knows. But anyway, you're welcome, honey.
Well, I appreciate that. And when I put the app back on, I mean, I literally took I took TikTok off my phone and I put it back on when Scam had her live about Thomas. The day before that, I put it on. I think it was then. I just looked at messages and all that stuff. And I was really taken aback. There were so many nice comments that people made. And, and then I was looking through videos that people posted. And the videos that you post are so uplifting. And they're so positive. And you always have something nice to say, a positive message behind it, and we need more of that on this app.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry.
Oh, it's true though. I mean, seriously, you are one of the lights on this app, and I appreciate that.
Well, I was trying to get up earlier and I was going to tease you because I had just paid TikTok some money to repost this video that I had made of him about catching him and stuff. But y'all, I always throw my gifts back out in the community because I never want no gifts or nothing. But y'all, you just made my night.
Well, it's true. A lot of people have mentioned that. You are a bright light, so thank you very much.
Oh my God, y'all! I love y'all. Oh my goodness!
Tam. Did you ever realize how many people love your stuff? Look at that. I mean, seriously. You have been somebody, and you've been somebody that has been on both sides. I know that you would go in Florida Man's lives, and you were always very respectful to him, and you always tried to be the voice of reason. And look at this. It is a love bomb for you. It is a love bomb for you. That's awesome.
Thank y'all so much. I wasn't expecting this.
Well,
Well, I love y'all, and I will do anything for anybody. I will.
well, you be you, because you're bringing a lot of people happiness with your posts, and I appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you all for the gifts, y'all. You just don't know. Y'all just made my night. But anyway, I'm sorry I didn't mean to cry.
No,
But
that's
anyway,
okay. Tears of joy are good. Tears of joy are good.
Yeah. Well, if I can do anything for anybody, just let me know, okay?
We will.
We love you.
Okay. We
you,
love you.
Karen.
I love y'all so much. Thank you.
Take care.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that Florida man's cellmates in here?
Oh no, they're starting already.
Yeah. He said he refuses to shower.
I saw a screenshot of somebody in MJ's live, and it was like Florida man's soup broth or something, or Florida man's wait, where is that? Florida man's Velcro shoes.
Yeah, there it is. Florida man's Velcro shoes.
It's a celebration.
Y'all keep those coming. They're so great.
That is hilarious. So it's I'm trying not to read this because I'm trying to talk. The other person that I'll replay the bond hearing, absolutely. The other person that I want to do a shout out to on this is my first very dear friend on this app, Jen. Jen, listen. I find it absolutely ironic that the day that I am off TikTok, all of a sudden you start talking big balls about me and saying that it's karma and saying that I deserve it all. And there's a big difference between you and me, Jen. Well, I mean, I could be on here for months pointing out the differences.
Currently,
But you know what I can tell you
clear skies.
is that
You can expect cold temperatures.
you supported a guy that lied about me,
Sweet dreams.
and you lied about me constantly. And you want to sit over there and you want to call it karma that I got? So you believe that karma is somebody putting disgusting allegations out without any proof, when all the things I put out about you were always backed up with something, whether it was a screenshot, whether it was an email, whether it was a text message you sent somebody. You want to come on when you know the coast is clear because I'm off here, and you want to make a video and you want to go live about it? Guess what, Jen? I'm back. And you don't have anybody to hide around anymore. He's gone. Based on what I've seen over the past months, that was pretty much the only live you were ever welcomed in. What are you going to do?
Without him there to redirect people back to supporting her, they're going to leave her high and dry.
They've
They
left
know
her
who she
already.
is.
They left her already. You know, I know that I watched one of her lives on YouTube. It was recorded, and not once did she say hi to anybody that were regulars in Florida Man's Live, because they're not going in there. Because as I said a while back, nobody liked her. The only reason why they liked her is because of Florida Man. You know, how many times did he have to go on and say, oh, well, no, you know, everybody's got to give Jen a chance. Everybody's got to do this. And I'm not happy that people are talking about Jen and talking down. He was daddy. And guess what? Daddy's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy's gone. And that goes for a lot of people. People that I was once very close with. They sold out. People have sold out to go over there. And you know what?
Yep.
What's going to happen now? So I can.
Some of them are already trying to crawl back, and I've heard people say they've got messages already. People trying to crawl back. I have no sympathy for anybody who ran over there to him.
You know what? I've explained. No, that's good. I've explained this to people. And some people will say that this is cold-hearted. Some people will say other things. I don't have time in my life for people that do shitty things. Okay? If you're going to do me dirty, you're going to do me dirty once. Because you're not going to get a second chance. And, there's people that say, well, how can you do that? You were friends. How can you just turn your back? Easy. You fuck with me and you do something shitty to me, I'm done. And I turn and you got my back now. That's all you got.
Yep.
Tatted, how are you?
I am doing great. Hey, I have a quick question. I was listening to Megan's live earlier.
Yes.
And there was a discussion on whether Florida was gonna actually take him, pick him up, whatever.
Yep.
And they said, and I don't know if this is like fact or not, so that's why I'm asking. Okay. They said he's already on the schedule to be picked up. Is that something that can be known or not?
I can tell you this.
Okay.
I can tell you this with 100% certainty. Okay, he will be extradited. I can tell you that the wheels are in motion, and that's as far as I can go.
Okay. I just saw who said it. So like I said, I wasn't paying much attention, but I did hear that. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. No, I
wait till the very last day and pick him up then, so he can spend as much time, time as possible in America.
I said that today, Breeze. Please, Florida, let him stay there for 29 days. Please.
Let him get his hopes up that they're not going to come pick him up. Let him get to the very end and be like, oh, they're not going to pick me up. I'm getting out tomorrow, and then show up to pick him up.
Thank you for letting me up.
Thank you, Tatted. You have a good night.
I want him to be packing his stuff, ready to get out, thinking he's going to be free, getting ready to post on TikTok, and then pick him up within the hour.
Yeah. There are so many, as I said earlier today, there are so many emotions and so many things that I've been thinking about as today went on, I first came across Mike when I was, and this was over 2 years ago now, I was in Mythbusters in Dennis's lives, and that's where I met Amy, and that's where I met Katie, and that's where I met the cat who I was friends with at the time, and I learned a lot about what did I say? Mythbusters? Did I say Mythbusters?
Oh, is that Dennis? He said
yes.
Me.
Yes.
That might be him.
I said Mythbusters. I loved that show, by the way. That was great. Florida Man Soap on a Rope. Monsters solo protest. If somebody could get a screenshot of these, please. I need to make a video of it. But I met Florida Man there, and Florida Man at that time was a bit edgy. Okay. He wasn't full blown cray as he turned out, but he was edgy. He tended to be a loose cannon. He was very opinionated, and he started doing some sketchy shit. And as time went on, I was scared of him just because he seemed to be this larger than life scary individual. And by scary, I mean just he had a way about him when he was on his lives that you thought he was a much bigger person in terms of personality than he really was. The way he carried himself. And as time went on, I started seeing some stuff that was not very good. But, I never really talked to him, and to me, when he started doing what he did to Scam, that was just inexcusable. Inexcusable. The constant daily barrage of videos and lies and all that. And that's when I was like, man, this guy is fucked up. And the more and more I saw of him and the more and more I started hearing him, it really showed me that this guy is just a little man, and he uses social media to harass women. He doesn't have any friends. He has no family. He has no life. He is a career criminal who's not even good at that. And the stuff that I saw him doing to people on this app was utterly disgusting. And I started really making videos and doing awareness things on him. I would say really last late spring or so. And I forgot what the incident was because there's been so many. But something really set me off. But looking back at it now, he wasn't a big person. I'm not even going to call him a man because he's not a man. He is a typical loner who had nothing better to do than to try to make up and try to find some happiness in his life because he was lacking that in his real life. And it made him feel good to verbally attack and abuse women. It made him feel like he was a bigger person. It made him feel like he was a man. A lot of the false allegations he brought on people were things that either he did or people in his family had done, The projection with him was real. And I'm just happy that it's over with. It's done now. But now it's the now it's taking a day and kind of taking everything in. And as I said many months ago to all the people that were making videos, making disgusting, defamatory videos of me and other people and people that were friends of his over there, I always said that once Florida Man is gone, you are not protected anymore. And that's when the sights will be on you. And as I've learned on this app, and I will do, is you need to have receipts. And I have them all. So all y'all that made funny haha jokes when he was making videos about kids being abused, all the times you were laughing when he talked about family members that were unalived, ha ha ha, oh Florida Man, you're so funny, oh here, let me send you gifts, even though I know you're on the run and I'm sending you something that is tantamount to money. I've got those. All, people that were mods over there, that were blocking people, that were muting people, making terrible comments in support of Florida Man. I've got those too. And they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Florida Man's prison honey bun.
I'm getting screenshots of all these. They're great.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And reposting defamation can still get you in trouble.
Absolutely. And you know what? And that's exactly
the same as posting it.
Defamation, making false allegations of something like child, you know what? That is something that the state of Connecticut will act on. Absolutely, they will act on that. Some of this other stuff that, people have said about me, I mean, but when you're saying stuff like that, that is absolutely goes into the criminal column. Ruby, so, I've got, as I said, I've taken the time over these past, over 3 weeks now, and I've only been on like 3 times. So I've had a lot of free time on my hands, and I've taken the time. Wait. Hey, Rubes. I've used my time wisely. Let's just say that. I have used my time.
It's very easy to see who's reposted videos with songs in them or whatever. It's very easy to see the people who reposted that.
Oh, yeah. And people that continue to play the songs. People that continue to play the songs and laugh about it and say, oh, this is my favorite one. Here, let me play it. And then play the other one too, Snark. Keep it up. Yep. And can I tell you too, and this is thank you for bringing that up in the chat. Do you know how happy I am that people are finally going after Mallory? Do you know how happy that makes me? And it's not like one person, it's a bunch of people. And I'm happy for that because Mallory has said a lot of shit over the past couple months. And she can pretend, what she wants to pretend regarding Mike and, oh, I wasn't his friend. I was there and I was doing research and, right there, Mallory. She could say what she wants to. But I was
She was right there in it.
Yep. I was very happy to see that there are people. And I don't know if it's weirders in here. Girl, let's talk. Let's do a live. I'm all for that. I'm all for it. Because Mallory's one who has done a serious amount of damage on this app to people. And
her whole excuse was, oh, well, people didn't care when it was happening to me. Yeah, we did. The problem is we all of us over here were saying that it wasn't right. That we were saying, even if we didn't agree with you, that what he was doing to her was not right. But the problem is she had so much hate for us over here, for you and Scam, that she didn't want the support. She would, instead of acknowledging the support she was getting for it, she would rather continue to attack Scam and you and stuff rather than acknowledge, hey, yeah, they are supporting me. They are, saying that this isn't right. So her saying that is bullshit. It's like she'd rather shoot herself in the foot.
FM's one phone call.
Yeah.
I can confirm that Mallory was not the one phone call, so-called friend. But, I've said this before about Mallory, okay? I didn't stick up for her because she's very unlikable. If somebody is not a nice person on this app, and somebody is going after her. And I never really even had that many interactions, with Mallory. But, when she said a lot of bullshit about me in the past, does she really think I'm going to step up for her and bare my chest and beat it and say, leave Mallory alone? Fuck that. She didn't say anything when he was going after me for how long?
Nope.
So stop with I'm the victim here. Nobody came forward when it was shut up. Just shut
If
up.
he hadn't got arrested, she would have been right back with him in another week.
Absolutely.
I guarantee it.
Absolutely. I felt that.
She was already halfway there.
Exactly. When 3 weeks ago, when I took my first leave off of here, I felt like she already had one foot in the door. Because she was not saying terrible things about FM, and she was like, well, I think that, he does this because, just trying to, pretend like she's much smarter than everybody else. She was I think she was heading back in that direction. I do.
She thought if she would, say enough shit about you or scam or people that he would be like, oh, yeah, Mallory's cool again.
Yeah. So listen, I'm going to wrap things up here. It's funny. I haven't talked this long for a long time. And I just had a flashback. Every time we went back to school in August, late August, early September, that first week of school, every day I would start losing my voice because I'm not used to talking this long and for this much time. And I'm getting that the tickle in the back of my throat and the coughing because my throat's all dry from doing this. It's bittersweet. I'm happy. The reason why I'm on here talking a lot is because the Florida man is incarcerated. I said I was not going to come back on until he was, and that happened. And I'm happy for so many people. I'm happy for Andy. I'm happy for everybody that he has gone after and that he has done damage to, on this app and off the app. Again, anybody that has been...
I want you to play the bond hearing again.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Another thing, again, that I would like to make sure about, anybody that has been a victim of Florida Man's and would like to be on the thank you note that is going to be sent to the Tempe police that were responsible for bringing him in. Tracy and I are going to work on catering them either a lunch or a dinner. And
I'll donate to that too.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to send an actual handwritten thank you note to them. And if you would like to be named on that thank you note, please reach out to me, either DM me here on TikTok or email me. And I will either use your TikTok name if you want, or your real name, but I'm going to send it directly to the officer that is named on